We are back on our $1 million custom home project here in Northport, Florida. And as promised, we are keeping you guys updated on all the changes that are happening with this build, since a lot of things have been done since this last video. And we're giving you guys this video as a perspective of what the current costs are like to build a house here in 2025 and going into 2026 in the greater Sarasota, Port Charlotte, Manatee County, Bradenton area. And a lot of people have a huge misconceptions right now with tariffs, the cost of materials, the cost of labor, the deportations that are happening here all across the country, mainly here in Florida. And we want to break down kind of how those costs are reflecting all these economic changes that we are having here in the US right now as of June of 2025. And it's not as crazy as some may think, right? If you guys are watching news headlines, you guys see all these news headlines saying, oh, building prices are going to skyrocket, labor prices are going to skyrocket, stuff like that. But really, we have only seen a 5 to 7% increase so far in materials, which if you guys look back historically, in the last 5 years, our building materials and cost of labor altogether go up anywhere from 5 to 12% every single year annually. So right now we're kind of on pace. Yeah, we are a few percentage points ahead of our annualized increase or inflation for cost of building, but we're not honestly too far off. A lot of people are thinking, well, I'm not going to build a house here in 2025 because of all these changes. But is it really going to be better going into 2026, 2027 with inflation, cost of building, the materials, labor, all that good stuff, right? So that is why we're bringing you guys some accurate videos on what the real cost of construction are for custom home build projects, as you guys have maybe been looking, now or in the near future of building a custom house. And we are very transparent with our build costs, and we want to know and share with you guys kind of what the outcome is looking like right now in the future for building, so that you guys aren't caught off guard. So if you guys are looking to build in the near future, just want a cost estimate of what it's going to cost to build your dream house on your property, no matter where it is in Sarasota or the greater Sarasota area, you guys can reach out to me and my development company team with our contact information down below, where we will sit down with you, work with our engineers to design a spec or a house floor plan that's going to work great for you and your family. So with all of that being said, let's go into the details of this house, guys. So this is a 2,600 square foot house, custom home build. It's going to have all of the stone facade here, which is going to be absolutely amazing. Since the last part of this video, we put in windows, we did stucco, we're about to do painting, we put on a roof, we did the soffits, the gutters. We have the septic tank being installed right over here. We have the well that was already drilled right behind us. We have drywall that's dropped here. It's going to be installed here in the upcoming weeks. We're going to have all that stonework, like I said, being updated and put on here in the next week or two. And just so much has gone on here with this home build. I'm super excited to finally see it all coming together now, because it was a shell for the longest time, guys. And I remember we gave you the cost budget when I think we spent $300,000 or $400,000, somewhere around that ballpark. And so I kind of want to give you guys what an update is looking like in terms of, okay, what do we have done now and kind of what is going to be in the future, right? Because we actually broke down what our cost to build is. And the crazy thing is that, yes, we did do some upgrades with this house build right behind me, but there has been quite a bit of changes in the last 2 years in terms of costs, right? So we bid this out back in 2023, I believe, 2023, give or take, somewhere around there. And we bid it out for $963,000, a little bit over that. But obviously, as you guys know, with the cost of materials, labor, and all that kind of stuff, yes, we did do some different upgrades to this house. But right now, we're looking at this build coming in at about 1.2, somewhere in that ballpark. And that includes a 6-figure solar panel system, and that includes $140,000, $150,000 pool as well, with a massive cage, a massive pool. We'll be starting to dig the pool here in the coming weeks as well, so we'll give you guys that update too. But I get a lot of people that are asking me right now, like, Noah, what are construction material costs looking like right now? Like, should I wait? Should I keep moving forward? Should I build this year, next year? What's it really looking like? And in all honesty, like I said, we haven't seen a huge spike in prices as some people are alluding to in the news. Yes, we have gone up 5, 7, 8%, but our annualized inflation for building and cost of materials and labor is anywhere from 5 to 12% every single year. If you guys look at the last 3 years, I think we're averaging like 9% year over year of cost increase for new builds. So it's something to keep in mind, guys. Like, building is not crazy right now. Like the cost of building is not extremely exponentially crazy like what a lot of people are saying it is in the news. Yes, we are up a few percentage points than usual, but other than that, we're not too far off. So if you're looking to build a house, a custom house, and you already have the plot of land, you guys have everything that you're looking for, you guys have the financing or the cash, whatever it may be, it's still a good time to build. And I'm not saying that just because I'm a builder. I am a broker. And I see it on all sides right now, is like on the brokerage side, the selling side, and the custom home building side. And right now, if you try building today, it's not going to be different if you try building a year from now, because I will tell you that I do know for a fact, just based on what our bids have been coming in at lately, we are going to be increasing prices in the next 12 months, give or take, for all of our other new builds, or less than that, just because of which, where labor prices are going and material prices. So just keep that in mind when you guys are actually looking to decide if you are looking to build, right? So let's give you guys a little bit of a cost breakdown, and then we'll give you guys some more estimated costs that what we have left to finish out this build. So we did get the third draw from the bank for us to continue going through this. So and I told you guys, I think we were at like 300, we were at like 340. Let me just look here. We were at like 300, 350, 400,000 somewhere last time we talked. So right now we are sitting at all in GC fees, materials, labor, everything. Right now, as this property sits, we are sitting at about $662,000 of money into this build so far, with about another $600,000 to go on the interior finishes, the paint, the stonework, everything like that, guys. So we are technically 50% of the way there. We should be there, give or take, in the next 3-4 months, somewhere in that ballpark, where we can actually give you guys the interior updates of everything that is going on. But we are, 60% of the way through this project, give or take. So let's hit you guys with some of the biggest material costs that have actually, inflated our budget a little bit more than we had projected it was, obviously, 2 years ago. So we did the spray foam insulation. So when we do spray foam, we've made a video about this before, about spray foam versus blow-in insulation and bad insulation. We prefer a lot of spray foam insulation for our houses. One, because it's more soundproof, it's more energy efficient. We can spray foam the entire roof line here, and I'll show you guys what that looks like. We can spray foam the entire roof line, and it keeps everything cool inside. We spray foam over the garage. It keeps the garage cool. It keeps it pretty much the same temperature as if you were, it keeps it warmer than obviously inside, but it keeps it cooler than if you were outside, right? If you did traditional bad insulation, or if you didn't even put insulation over the garage, which most builders don't do, your garage is going to be hotter than it is outside. Actually, your garage may be over 100 degrees there in the summer, and outside it may be 90, 95 degrees. Without spray foam insulation. So that is something that we did decide to do for the spray foam of the entire property, of the entire roof line, right? So that cost us right now, so that total cost us $14,161, right? Definitely well worth it. Bad insulation or blown insulation versus spray foam is going to cost you, on this house, for example, this 2,600 square foot build, this cost us an extra $3,500 to do spray foam versus blow-in and bad insulation. And then we have our stucco install. So our stucco install came in a couple $1,000s higher than what it was anticipated to back 2 years ago. But once again, labor costs. It was mainly labor costs that have gone up. It's not so much material costs, it's the labor costs that have gone up for us to put all of this stuff in the house, right? So as you guys can see, we have all the stucco taken care of, 360 all around the house. We did the bands around the windows. This is all scratched up right here, as you guys can see, because this is where the stone is going to be going here next week. So the stucco for us for this entire house cost us $22,900 for the homeowner for this build. So that was to do everything, the smooth coat finish, everything like that. And then we still have to do painting of the house, but we have that in the budget already. We already have that part of the $662,000. Painting the exterior of the house, painting the entire interior of the house as well, painting everything from start to finish. That is going to cost us $26,500 to paint the entire inside and exterior of this house, which we're just waiting for the stucco to dry for us to get a couple dry days, and then we will be painting the exterior of the house. And then we have, we're just working our way through the exterior so far. So we have the stonework, like I said, it's gonna be man-made. It's custom stone made for this house, actually. It's really cool. We're gonna be making a video on it, actually, of this guy that actually makes it near Sarasota. Instead of getting it shipped in from a foreign country or getting it shipped in from elsewhere in the country, it's actually made here locally. It's real stone that actually mimics true stone, but it is artificial stone, right? So it's gonna be super cool. We'll share with you guys what that video is gonna look like. Just in case if you guys want to do that, because not many people do that on their build prices or on their build projects. So to do all around the archways, right? So we have 1, 2, 3, 3 archways, right? And we're going to carry it around over here as well. For all the stacked stone that we're going to be doing, it's going to cost us $19,000 to do all of that. All the stacked stone, it's going to be super cool. It's going to make it more of that Spanish Tuscan style house, not as much of the British West Indies style, okay? And then we have, what else we have? We had to pay for our window draw. So last time we spoke, we just did our first window draw, which came to about $31,000. But now that our windows are installed, we're all good to go there. We had to pay our second draw for our windows. So our entire window package, guys, cost us $62,000 total to do the entire window package for this house. And that is impact rated windows, the top grade windows for a project of this size as well. And you'll see the grids in the windows too as we walk through the house. So obviously we have all of our windows paid for. We had to do our plumbing. So we had to pay for our plumbing draw since we're doing gas throughout this entire house right now. So we had to do our second draw of our plumbing because our first draw, I believe, was like $3,100. Somewhere around there, 35, 5 grand, somewhere in that ballpark. We had to do our plumbing draw, which was about $9,000, a little over $9,000. And then we had our first draw for our gas. So we're running gas throughout this entire property. It's going to have a propane tank buried deep in the ground over here as well. So you'll see that, but it's going to have gas appliances. It's going to run the pool. It's going to be basically, this is a self-sufficient house. So the entire gas on this house to run the gas, all that kind of stuff, excluding the propane tank, the generator, all that kind of stuff, it's going to cost us about $6,000 to do all the gas plumbing for this whole entire place. And then we have our septic. So we just put in our septic right now. It's not buried yet, still has to be connected, all that good stuff. Our septic actually did go up a few $1,000s, and that's a couple thousand actually, and that's just because the sand cost, the percolation sand, or the perk sand went up in cost, the install went up, and the materials actually went up for the actual septic tank itself. So that went up $2,000 than anticipated. So we're sitting at about $16,800 for an entire septic system installed for a 2,600 square foot house. Your septic tanks are based on your sinks, your plumbing, all that good stuff. So we have this sized for this house specifically. So give or take a little bit on any size build, the tanks are going to be built a little bit different. We're designing a 6,000 square foot house on the water. That tank's going to be about triple the size of that one. It's going to be absolutely insane to have a septic tank that large next to the water on a 3/4 of an acre of a property. So we obviously got to take that into account when we're designing a house, is where the septic tank is going to go, which is why a lot of people can't do side loading garages here in Northport, because there's no room for a septic tank, right? So keep that in mind when you are looking at designing a house. So as we go through, we still have some other costs that we'll share with you guys that we actually have, but we're not done yet. So we don't have stone inside, we don't have the tile inside, we don't have anything done inside just yet. We don't have the drywall done. We're waiting on our gas inspection before we can put all the drywall up, mud, tape, paint, all that good stuff, right? So we have to wait for the inside, but I'll share with you guys what that kind of looks like, because there's a lot of cool features in that house. It's dead silent. Like, now that the insulation is put in, spray foam, you walk in, it is dead silent, which is crazy because we walk out here, right? We had jackhammers going on, we had generators going on, and I'll share with you guys that video. We had generators out here as they were shooting the stucco on, but we walked inside, could not hear anything. Maybe just a little hum, if we're being all honest here, a little hum. Other than that, dead silent. So if you guys want a soundproof house, impact windows plus spray foam insulation is the key to a soundproof house, right? So let's go. So those are mainly the biggest costs, I would say, since the last time we spoke. With the roof, we had to obviously pay the rest of the roof off. And I think our roof, what did our roof run us? All right, so our roof ran us $79,000, and that included soffits, gutters, fascia, all that kind of stuff. So the metal roof standing seam, mechanical standing seam metal roof, which is the highest quality roof, which we can do a video on if you guys want, but this roof will not blow off in a Cat 5 hurricane. This is the key to insurance here in Florida. Everyone's putting on shingle roofs on the new build. Yes, shingle roofs are cost effective. They save you money. They only have a 12 to 15 year insurance lifespan. This metal roof right here has a 50-year insurance lifespan on it because it's mechanical standing seam roof that most people don't put on their builds because it is double or even sometimes triple the price of a shingle roof that's over there for the exact same size. But then again, do you really want to be replacing your roof with insurance every hurricane basically? Because if hurricanes keep coming through, your shingles will keep getting ripped off, no matter if it's 1, 2. I've seen houses that have just been built and they had shingle roofs. They're just like pieces have blown off, whatever, so they need a new roof or patches, stuff like that. That's not what you want to deal with when you own a brand new construction house. So keep that in mind, guys. So as we go through, I'm gonna just speak to you guys a little bit more of some of the updates that we have for our cost of this house to get it to that 1.2 price. So let's start with some bigger ones. So our solar, these solar panels are going to be completely off grid, battery bank. So if the electricity goes out during a hurricane or just what have it, they have battery backups, generators, all that kind of stuff. Solar panels that'll be going on right here. That is going to cost $145,000 for material and labor of the solar panels, right? This is a huge system. This is probably one of the biggest systems that I've seen on a house of this size. So it's going to be amazing to see. The panel is glass, the glass front panel. It's so cool. So we'll see what that looks like here when it's fully installed. We'll give you guys the update. And then for the pool, which is coming in much higher than anticipated, just because of, you know, pool prices, materials, the cost for metal on the cages, the aluminum. The pool right now is going to cost us about $142,500, right? And that's excluding a pool cage, which a pool cage of this size, and I'll share with you guys what that's going to look like. The pool cage of this size is going to cost $36,000. Absolutely insane. But it's not so much the costs are high, it's because of how big the pool cage is. And a lot of people underestimate, I could build a pool for $60,000, which is true. It's going to be a splash pad. So keep that in mind, guys, when you're getting actual cost and estimate. We share with you guys all of our real costs of our builds. It's not bullshit. It's pretty simple, self-explanatory of what our costs are going to be. And we're not the pool contractor, so the pool company is the one dictating this price. Then we have, so what we have now is for all of our tiles. So we have tile flooring and tile walls. Tiles going throughout this entire property, right? We have tile going throughout the property. We have showers. We have backsplash. Everything is going to be tile. That is going to run us about $30,000 total for that build. So for this build, so there's no LVP, no carpet, nothing. It's going to be high quality, high quality tile flooring throughout the property. You got these nice glass tiles, everything, right? That's going to run for materials, labor, $30,000 all in. And then we have drywall. So right now we did a drywall draw of $10,000 to just park the material here at the house. The total bill for the drywall with materials and labor, that's mud, tape, sheetrock, or mud, drywall, tape, all that good stuff. That's going to cost us $24,600. And then we have our AC, obviously. Our AC is coming in lower than we thought to, which is fantastic. So our AC for this house is, so we have a couple different zones for this unit. I think we have 2 units, I believe. I'd have to double check, but I believe 2 units for this build. Our AC bill altogether is going to be $18,480 materials for the AC of this house. And then we have allotted about $9,000 for fixtures, finishes, all that good stuff, faucets, all that fun stuff that everyone likes to pick out. We're doing quartz countertops in this house. So everywhere that you guys are going to have a countertop in this house, it's going to be pure quartz, different kinds. It's mainly going to be white quartz throughout the whole entire property. That's all the quartz slabs, everything like that. It's going to run us just a little over $12,000 for the entire house. And then we did the garage, or we did the metal roof, soffits, fascia, all that good stuff. Then our garage doors are going to be installed here shortly. Our garage doors right now, and I'll show you guys what they look like, but our garage doors are going to be, they're going to run us just a few dollars over $12,000 altogether for garage doors. This is a 3-car garage, side loading garage right over here. Like I said, it's going to run us about $12,000 total. We did insulation, guys. We did doors and windows, which came to that $72,000 as we alluded to. And then cabinets. So we're going to do cabinets. So our cabinet package came in super great. We have created a good partnership now with our cabinet manufacturer, doing all of the kitchen cabinets, bathroom cabinets, vanity cabinets, everything. Our total cabinet cost for this house is going to be $27,000 all in, right? So we're almost there, guys. We still obviously have some grading left. Irrigation is going to be the next thing for this. Irrigation is going to run us about $9,000, but this is built on 3 lots pretty much. It's mainly built on 2 lots, but 3 lots because of how much we're clearing. So we're going to do irrigation around the entire property. That's going to run us $9,000, but that's not till the end. And then we have, obviously, we told you about the septic. We drilled the well. Our well cost right now to drill this well was $9,000 all in. Then we still have grading to do, finishing grading. We did framing, electric. What else we got? We got all that. And then some additional costs, like I said, we're going to be doing some tongue and groove under here. So you guys are going to love this, right? This tongue and groove finish is going to be super nice. It gives that more elevated feel, more of a warmy feel instead of a cold feel. Tongue and groove under here and in the back lanai as well. So you'll see that when it's fully done. That's going to be an upgrade of $15,000. And then obviously, like I said, guys, we had the stonework, everything like that. So we already told you guys that's going to cost us about $19,000. All in, we're still looking at about that $1.2 million price range, but we'll keep you guys updated on everything that's happening. But I just want to make this video. I want to keep you guys updated on what costs are actually looking like here for custom home builds here in Sarasota, because so many people have so many false narratives about building a house, saying it's going to be much cheaper in a year, but there is zero inclination that unless labor prices drop for some reason, which labor prices won't drop unless we have build prices drop. I mean, unless we have material prices drop. So you have to keep that in mind. Labor prices won't drop until housing prices drop, and housing prices have gone down, but that doesn't equate enough for having a labor price go down as well. So material prices are staying relatively the same. Labor prices are going up. They're not going to change. They have not changed. They're not going to see a change right now. So we don't anticipate our building costs to go down. Everyone says building costs may go down. They may go up, you know? Right now, we're going to see these building costs go up probably another 5-6% over the next year or so, which is historically accurate for what materials and labor and inflation, all that good stuff is going to equate for. So definitely keep that in mind, guys, when you're looking at building a custom house in 2025, 2026. And if you guys just want an honest feedback of what we think for building on your property, or maybe you're looking at property, you guys just want to sit down with Josh, my business partner, who's the GC of the company, and me to go through the fine details and no bullshit, just super honest, just one-on-one conversations. We're more than happy to sit down and have that chat with you guys as well. But if you guys have questions, we're obviously going to keep you guys updated on this house build project and look forward to sharing you guys what this final project is when it is fully completed. And of course, don't forget, if you guys did enjoy watching this video and want to see more of these videos of us, you guys can comment down below what you guys want to see more of. You guys can reach out to us with the description down below, and also hit that subscribe button, as it goes a long ways for us to continue making content like this, fully transparent, so that you guys know what exactly you're getting into when you're building a house in 2025.